take it real soon. You know we got what you need, baby, so take it along.
We find ourselves back in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, the American Cornhole Organization Cedar Rapids Major here, right in the heart of downtown, the Alliant Powerhouse Center here, just across the way from a show we'll tell you a little bit about later on. And it wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for the ACO. I'm telling you that right
good
now.
People.
He is Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. We just came off of a pretty good final, I think, here in the Juniors Division. Sebastian Barger adds to his purple jersey collection against Sammy Van Sickle, who played a good game, and we didn't really even get a chance as we get ready to join the Seniors Championship here in progress, Phil. We didn't really get to talk about the practice that we saw coming from Sammy yesterday out in a parking garage, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was practicing at his hotel in the parking, getting ready for this, and evidently it paid off. He got to the finals.
Well, I tell you what, both of the guys in front of us here on center court have practiced and thrown hundreds of thousands of bags, and these names are both becoming legend in the ACO, and they are being watched by legends on the other side of the court as the businessman Randall Garrison. He's taking his seat, and he's eyeballing Bob Heil and Terry T-Bone Dawson. Going to put a couple of points up there.
An 8 spot. More than a couple. That was an 8.
A couple times 4. 8 on 2. Heil on top of Dawson right there. And these are those games that we know sometimes will take a little bit longer because of the methodical nature of the way the seniors play, and T-Bone being one of the most methodical of the bunch. And he's a guy that I know you've discussed a number of times will dictate the pace of the match based on just getting from side to side, going to pick up and retrieve his bags once thrown.
Well, you know, I accused him of being the inventor of cornhole.
That's right.
So
you've accused him of being the inventor of corn.
The inventor of corn, that's right.
Now, these guys are both throwing bags that looked exactly like each other, so good luck. Good luck to you.
I can pick them out just barely. So if you're watching at home, we'll try to help you out a little bit.
I'll tell you everything I know about what these guys are wearing because I don't know what the heck's going on with what they're throwing.
We just have to take a peek. That was a good bag, and it looks like Bob may have picked up another 2. And I know T-Bone is sitting in the king's seat here.
Yeah, he is the higher seat out of the blue lane. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
And that was very a chivalrous move there to post the 2 points for his opponent.
Well, you know it's going to take him a while to get down there anyway. So
yeah, as long as you're back there, why don't you put my points up for me if you would. Oh, Bob says, you know what, I appreciate you posting those points. Let me give you a chance to earn them back. And he does get one in there. And
you better, if T-Bone is off and he's going to give you an 8 point, you better take advantage of it because you might have a better chance of seeing Haley's comment than to get 8 on T-Bone.
Yep.
And Bob has found that corner over there.
Yeah, he has. Oh, look at that. That's nicely done right there. He tried to get that.
And we're going to see it again, too, right here, and he's going to get it.
Going to come up high, get that.
Oh, boy, and he gives up a penny.
I'll tell you what, that is an unexpected roll shot. That's what's so good you didn't even know you were doing it. Look at me get my roll shot going right off the back.
Wow. I had the dubious honor of playing Bob Heil earlier, and it was not pretty. I just want to let you know.
Oh man, well, we were out last night at the pre-tournament party, and we were playing at a local establishment. Let's just say the equipment was old school,
not ACO standard.
No, it was old school. It was still fun, but I'll tell you what, watching Bob get up and throw, it didn't matter what he was throwing. He could have been throwing paper plates, and he found his way to the hole. He found a consistency. That's a nice bag right there to come in from the 7 o'clock point, and Bob matches.
He's a good player. Very good player.
Bob and his son, just a couple of the families that have shown up here in Cedar Rapids. We have the Barger family. We've got the Carnicks out here. Joel and Blake coming in. Nicely done. A wash there.
want to give a holler after Robert Harper tuned in to us. You know,
Nice.
he got a win in Dodge City at the Major. Turned himself into a very nice player. Plays with Velvet Bledsoe.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. So still 11-2. No blood there. I got Bob laughing in the middle of our play, and you've seen. I know you've seen Bob's son. There's no doubt that is Bob's son.
That's Bob's son.
Yeah.
All right. And he's the many faces of Bob Heil. He lent one of them to his boy. That's
yeah,
for sure.
he did. That's for sure.
He absolutely did.
It is match 1, and T-Bone is in the king seat, and he is trailing 11-2 right now. He may be fixing to pick up 2, so it's going to be 11-4.
There you go.
I think that is Bob bag to the right.
Yeah, it's anybody's guess at this point from here, and we're not that far away. But we probably should put some sort of maybe some sort of thought into. Hey, you guys want to use some bags that don't look exactly like each other? That'd be huge. That'd be huge for us over here.
Well, you know, basically. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I got another here.
I know.
We're good.
Anyway, basically, the higher seed would
dictate.
Yeah, it would dictate the color of the bags, and you know, being the good 2 dudes that they are, and they decided to play them looking alike, to our detriment.
Well, to be honest, if they don't know what's going on out there, there's no hope that we will.
We will never. That's for sure.
Oh goodness. All right, so we're still looking at 11 standing on 4. T-Bone lets it fly, and looks like they just got themselves a laundry basket built up.
It is just a pile of mess is what I like to call it.
Well, Bob's going to take a timeout and walk down and see exactly which one of those bags is his and where it's sitting.
It's not a bad move for Bob to go down and take a look. He got 2 timeouts. He's got 11 forward lead. He knows he's got to win twice. If he can knock a couple of his bags in, it's still a point.
Absolutely. Gave Terry an opportunity to take a swig out of his energy drink over there.
And evidently there was nothing there because he just lays right up.
He's going to let it go and let the laundry basket end in a wash. Or as my mom likes to say, wash.
Wash.
A wash.
That's that country term we use down in Mississippi, too.
Oh, absolutely. Wash. Originally hail from Louisville, Kentucky, and that's how you know. I say it properly, and outside of that, probably not going to pick up on a whole lot of it. My mom is a whole different story.
You got the pronunciation in the family then.
Yes, I got it. All right, Sean Smith checking in. Trey Sams. This is match number 1, between these 2 guys with T-Bone in the king seat right now, fighting for the championship on center court here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We had a lovely trip into town yesterday and nice night out on the town last night.
Nice
a lot
place.
of great places hanging out to hang out around here, around the Alliant Powerhouse. There's a bag that
see if Bob can get this 2, and he does.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, and he let it go, and he didn't think it was going to do what he wanted to. But honestly, sometimes I think he's throwing some of those water wiggles. They get up there, and then they just start moving and wiggling, and boop, then they're in the bottom of the hole.
That's the Charlie K. show times, and I know he's very happy. His other understudy,
those Luckies,
Sebastian, just won the juniors with him. So.
Yes, he did, wearing that Luckies jersey on center court. Hopefully that'll score them a little extra scratch as a result.
Yeah, I get to see Charlie next week in the Kentucky State Tournament.
There you go.
So I'm going to make a trip up there.
Nice swirling circle the drain kind of shot there. Those just dripped right in as well. Another one.
T-Bone's bags, he throws those Psychos made by Ultra, and they're almost as loose as my bags. You've seen my bags.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, and that's an unfortunate kind of pull to the right there, and Bob says, I'll make sure you stay out of play, and I'll take that middle. Thank you very much. Oh, boy, and he gave up 4.
Yeah.
All right, well.
And I think the game they played out in the main area out there was 21-11 T-Bone. So Bob has gotten a little warmed up and throwing really well right now. So we may be looking staying down. I'm not going to say it right now. We could be staying at a game too.
Mm-hmm. Well, he does have to double dip out of the red lane. That blue lane is the higher seed. So
April Clemens said, "There's no way they're as loose as your game changers. No way." I will never get rid of those game changers. They will be in a case at my house.
Yeah, I think those might be filled with mercury. April Clemens, Chris Clark, a couple of the heroes of the ACO watching from afar, but always right here with us. Yeah, one of the many faces of Bob Heil. You got to see one right there.
Another great. Look at him. And he even makes them when he's walking down. So I got to get somebody to take a bunch of pictures of that.
It could be its own coffee table book right there.
Yeah.
I think he just looked at the bottom of his shoe to see if something hung him up there on that pass. But again, a good group who's gathered around center court here watching T-Bone. He takes that first bag after picking up those honors. 17-6 is what we're looking at here.
Now, what Bob don't want to do is give T-Bone 3 or 4 rounds of 2 or 4.
Yeah. And that's what he does best right there. Now he's set himself up okay. He's got enough to push it through and get it there.
Oh,
how about
there
that?
it is.
What a shot. That airmail drag was very nicely executed. T-Bone tries to push through, but he only gets the 1.
Yeah, but he did push Bob back a little bit, so it's not gettable.
Well, never say never. He's going to go and lay low.
Oh,
he almost snuck one in there.
Yeah, he did.
But that's going to allow Terry to pick up 2 more. So
and that's 3 rounds of 2.
As you mentioned.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what you don't want to do when you have that big lead.
That's how every great comeback starts. That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Sammy Vancicle, pushing through all those backs. Take that 1 point when you're down that big.
Take it. Terry holds that first bag advantage now, and he doesn't
and that really hurts.
take advantage of that advantage.
And Bob, being the shark that he is, he's
I'll
going
take
to
those
put,
3.
yes, sir. I will take 3 right here if you're going to give them.
And for those who are watching and maybe you just stumbled across this, probably not if you're on our Facebook page. You didn't stumble across and go, what is this? 3 in the hole, 1 on the board, nothing off the board. It's that daggone simple.
T-Bone has to go in.
He does. And he does.
Yeah. Let's see if Bob
Now,
can
is Bob
steal
going to
it.
do him a favor?
No, sir.
Goes ahead and lets it pour right in. He's going to take that 3 and get on the hot spot there, 20.
20.
But, it's net scoring. We had the Pitfall tournament earlier, and if you're not familiar with Pitfall, it's a dice game that uses your cornhole boards. You play net scoring again, but you're putting dice on the board, which is a little dicey proposition from time to time to get them to stay up there. And the other interesting wrinkle in that game is 1 in the hole is -3.
Yeah.
It's a -3 against your tally.
I have found that hole with those before.
Yeah, isn't that funny? You know, sometimes you have a tough time finding it with a cornhole bag, but that Pitfall die seems to find it time and time again. That's,
how about that,
I think
man?
that's going to do it.
He went to try to put some pressure on Bob
He
there.
did. Well, as you like to say, he put him on Temptation
That's
Island
right.
there
He
to
put him
try
on Temptation Island.
go up and over. Oh, there's
There
a
it
nice
is.
airmail right
Now,
there. How about that?
Big push by Bob right here could win the game.
Come in low hot.
No, he
And
didn't do
nothing.
it.
All right, he's gonna let him take something out of this.
Oh, T-Bone!
And he just took
cannot
himself
believe.
out of that. He took himself out of that game right there.
Game 1.
That's
and
gonna be.
T-Bone could have took a penny right there laying up, but there's no layup in
No,
T-Bone's
there's
bag.
no layup. Nope, not at all. So 21-8 is going to be game number 1. But as we mentioned, it's got to be a double dip scenario because Terry T-Bone Dawson rolled in the king seat.
Yes,
These
sir.
guys are going to go make some adjustments down here and reset the scoreboard, and we'll be ready to go in game 2 now. This is a best of 1 right here.
Right
now.
back at it now.
Right back in it. Exactly right.
You know, for the score to be 21-8, that was really a good game.
It really was.
There was some good shots in that game.
Good shot making. A couple. I think both of them were surprised at some of them that didn't land and perform the way they expected them to. All right. T-Bone's going to go ahead and get things started by finding the hole, which he has done thousands and thousands of times. Boy, I'll tell you what, that bag is like it's got
It's
a
just,
string
man.
on it. Those luckies.
I bet you T-Bone's concentration goes up a little bit. I always say, when you're in that king seat, you know you got that first game to always fall back on. So,
Well, these things look like they're on a rail.
and this might be one of those games here.
Yeah, this one could take a minute.
Yes, sir. It's the way it's starting out. How about Jack Hargrove watching us?
Oh, how about that? I'll tell you what, that was one of those where Bob, as soon as it left his hand, he goes, "Oh, no, 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 no." With that Michigan accent, too, that's exactly what it sounded like. That was a perfect impression.
I swear that guy's from Wisconsin.
Huh?
I swear that guy's from Wisconsin.
He just goes over, he runs into Wisconsin, takes all their cornhole money, and then takes it back to the Michigan economy is what he does. Josh, glad to have you on board. Michael Mann, Sean, Eric, Claude
Miller.
I made mention of April. She sent us a couple of hearts, Phil.
Yeah.
She and Chris are the two of the key components of getting it done here for the ACO, no matter where we are. I know oftentimes from a remote location, having just as big an impact on any major tournament.
They are the
as
best.
Being here on site as well, yep. And they have been through some trials and tribulations to get to these tournaments. Some really good stories that somehow they're still smiling when they tell it to you. I don't know. I'd have probably see if I could get on one of those rockets to Mars and go through some of what they've been through to get to tournaments. But that's going to tie things up there, 2-2. A couple of deuces on the board.
How about my man Danny Rich knows I got holding up my one finger for him.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Which one is that?
He knows.
Oh,
Let me tell you, he knows. As Bob takes the lead back right down Main Street. Adam Gilbert's pulling for T-Bone. Somebody predicted T-Bone. Chris Henson. Maybe he can go up pick against me one week.
There you go. Yeah, we've got to get into that on the time to fill on the taco up and over.
Nice.
Nicely done. How about that? What a great airmail. And it's so consistent.
He's got such a great airmail. It really is. Bob tries to push.
Didn't really get the action I think he was looking for there, boy.
Oh, and
that thing might open up a rain cloud.
He threw it a little hard.
But like you said, there's no layup on him.
No.
He's going to go for it, and if he hits a light fixture in the process, that's how it happens. What a shot.
That's nice.
It is.
Oh,
and he's done it again. He's trying to go up and over.
And he's just making some faces now, something you very seldom see out of him.
Yeah, he's usually Mr. Smooth. No, really just level head. No emotion coming out of him until it's all said and done.
Looks like it was 8-4 as a 4.
It's gonna be a 4 spot.
Yep.
All right, so 6-on-2. Bob takes that first bag back.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Terry, if you're just joining us, dropped game number 1 out of the King seed 21-8 as Bob had to double dip him to take the Seniors Championship. This is the Seniors final match here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, live from the Alliant Powerhouse in Cedar Rapids. Oh, that's a nice one right off the backside.
He's firing away now.
He really is. I think he wants to maybe move this on a little bit quicker. Now he's got that Temptation Island, as you say, set up. He's going to go up and over again.
2 in a row, and they hit in the exact same spot.
Yeah, they did. All right, so Bob has an opportunity to push through. That one's still set up, ready to go.
Bob's got that one off the back.
Well, look at that. Just drips right in the side.
Yes.
That's a nice pickup right there by Heil. He still makes a face like somebody just smacked him upside the head. But
somebody took his wallet out there in the thing, you know.
That's gonna put that 3 spot up there with one off of the back. So 6-on-5. 6-on-5.
Yes. And this is going to be a game.
Yeah, you mentioned this one will probably be a lot more deliberate, and I think you're right, particularly on Dawson's part.
If T-Bone can get any more deliberate, we could go back in time.
That's right, right.
But such a good dude. One of my favorite players, too, by the way.
And showing up everywhere this season. He has been everywhere. He's got
that joker, man.
We've got the handful of players that you see almost at every major tournament.
Sir.
We've seen guys like Mike Walters and certainly Fergie, the King. We're going to see him this weekend.
One I see right across from me right now. You know who I'm talking about, too.
Sure.
In the yellow shirt. I'm not even going to mention his name right here.
Is. John Thomas.
Yeah.
We'll say John Thomas.
Did you say? Yes, sir.
As Monty Python likes to say. But no offense.
Yeah, it is offense to him.
No, is it? Yeah. Danny wants to know who you picked to win seniors.
I did pick Bob Heil.
I think you did, didn't you? Yeah.
And T-Bone's got the lead now, so. My second pick would have been T-Bone, by the way. So, I mean, it's flip-flop.
Oh, sure. Now you say that. I
well,
see how it is. I was going to pick Sammy Van Sickle to play Sebastian Barger.
I think I did pick him for a second. Yeah.
Okay.
I tell you, we talk about these picks. This week, for some reason, was one of the hardest weeks I've had.
That's what you said.
Because there's any player, there's a lot of players in here that can win any of these divisions. So even if I don't do good, I'm not going to be mad. Oh, and this is a 5 spot if Bob can go in right here.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. We've seen T-Bone give up an 8, now a 5.
All right, well.
And a 4. That, like I said, the eclipse may come
and another
before that happens again.
Another change of possession on there on that first bag. Eric Bruce suggesting maybe we change T-Bone to Airbone.
Yeah.
That one doesn't have quite the same ring to it.
He did. No. Airbone, no.
Again, we are live from the Alliant Powerhouse here in Cedar Rapids, and we made mention of the fact that there's a show going on in the room we were originally going to be in the arena. We actually have more square footage in this room, but it's built differently over in the arena, and they had an outdoor concert that was supposed to happen here in town. Yesterday afternoon called and said, can we move it into that arena? I was on the call listening to Frank Ears. He made the executive decision, yes, we will change rooms, which allowed Primus to move indoors in the arena where we were originally going to be playing. So Les Claypool, you owe us one. We'll be coming looking for our all-access laminates here.
Backstage passes for me and you, right?
Absolutely.
Speaking of
as soon
which,
as you figure out who Primus is, we'll take you backstage.
I'm going to YouTube him in a little bit. Yeah.
Just watch South Park. You'll be good to go. All right, so it looks like
T-Bone grabs a couple.
11 on 9, so Terry gets that first bag back. But, yeah, Primus is setting up in the next room, and I think 3 semis worth of gear, just slightly more than we needed to get into here.
Yeah. Frank's going to have to get a semi the way these things keep growing, though.
I'll tell you what.
It's growing like wildfire. And I love it.
A lot of great shows coming here to Cedar Rapids. I saw the Megadeth and Trivium shows coming into town. The Blue Man Group, I don't know if you've ever seen them. I've had an opportunity to see them 2 or 3 times. Just a staggeringly entertaining show. So good. Boy, a little grimace out of T-Bone right there, leaving one up to the right. That seems to be when he leaves them, he's either off the back trying to go for that airmail, or he pushes it up off to the right like that. So that's going to give Bob an opportunity to increase his lead and take back that first bag.
You know, when you're playing the caliber of Bob Heil and T-Bone and you miss just one bag, that's why you see these guys' faces. You know that the possibility of you giving up 2 points is very high. You throw one off the back, the possibility of giving up 3.
Yeah, and you mentioned a couple of times there that, you know, the points that T-Bone's given up, that's rare to see him give up certainly an 8 spot or even a 5 spot. But yeah, to your point, especially in the seniors, 1 or 2 points makes all the difference in the world at any given time, no matter when it is.
David Carter said, feel at a Primus concert will be epic. You know, we don't know. You know who Saliva is, right?
I know who Saliva is.
The singer Saliva is really a good friend of mine. I've been to several of Saliva's shows.
Click, click, boom.
Yes, sir. Josie. Josie.
Yeah, I know Josie.
Yeah.
Met him a couple of times at the radio station.
Yeah.
Good guy.
T-Bone knows he let 2 points get away right there. And 2 points is big in this game.
He is arguing with himself on his way down to retrieve.
Yeah, he told me he talks to himself a lot when he's playing. But that's okay. I mean, everybody's got their click and the way they throw. We talk about guys throwing. I see Frank Huser over there who stands completely sideways. You know what I mean?
Everybody's got a different way. Like we said all the time, if there's 500 people in a room, there's 500 different ways to deliver that bag. Unfortunately, if I'm playing over the course of, let's say, 10 frames, there's 10 different ways to throw in 10 frames. Yeah, I don't even have consistency in my inconsistency.
Speaking of frames, I see they're bringing out a
frame game
again.
Yeah, coming up.
I heard that the other day, man.
The new season, the frame game, which is an innovation of the American Cornhole organization, will be back for the Pro Series part of season 18, and we'll tell you more about that as the broadcast continues throughout the day.
There's Temptation Island for Bob Heil. Is he going to go after 2 points?
He stepped way out to the side for purpose and for reason. He's going to lay low. And he just misses the opportunity to sneak a couple in there. Couple sitting up on top of the board. That's a wash, 13-11. Bob Heil, again, looking to double dip Terry Dawson. Walked into the center court with a king seat hold, and he has to be beaten twice. And it looks like we're not the only ones that know that, 13-11.
Oh, man. I thought Bob had got around there and just threw it just a little bit hard. Hung up on the back. How about the extraordinary job Eric Heineman has done on these pictures of the video?
What you're seeing.
Yeah.
What you're seeing. He is behind the scenes and making the scenes.
Yeah.
As we go.
And Bob going to miss the opportunity to pick up something here. Maybe not. Let's see Bob get it around there. Yes, sir. And there's two.
He sure does. That thing was a rocket straight to the center of the hole, and T-Bone's going to regret those last couple right there.
He's definitely carrying on the conversation with somebody walking down there.
Is. Yep. I don't know if I want to talk to whoever it is he's talking to either, because I don't think that person's very happy. All right, so we're looking at 15 on 11 now as Bob updates and grabs that first bag, lays it off to the left. This should be just about what Terry needs right there.
Well, he can get that bag, though. He's good enough.
Yeah. Unless Bob sneaks in the right side. Now, this is an opportunity for him to go take them both and use Bob's bags to help him do it.
He left that one over there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what Bob didn't need, because T-Bone could tie this game up.
Yeah, he could. He's just got to – and there it is. That's the one he tried to go grab it. Now it's a challenge because Bob should be able to take this in the right side.
Yes, sir.
And he does.
T-Bone steps out. He's going to try to get all these.
Try to get them all. Come in high. Oh! And he gets 2 of the 3.
And just one of them decided.
Now, how is that even hanging?
I don't know.
How is that even hanging there? Oh, Bob got down there quick.
You don't blame him either.
That's the fastest Heil's moved in a long time.
He had the Johnny Thomas walk on that one, buddy.
Yeah, all of a sudden he had the green apple quick step going, and he got down there to retrieve those bags.
What a shot by T-Bone.
That's good stuff right there.
Man, and we've had 2 matches and we've seen 2 great shots.
It's really good stuff now. Terry then comes off of that and then lays one up a little bit
of an egg
up to the 2 o'clock position right there.
How about Travis and Dana Tharp watching? And Dana Tharp making some new bags, Upstage Cornhole. I want to give her a shout out.
Dave Carter wants to know. He wants you to introduce him to Josie from Saliva, I do believe.
I mean, I don't have him on speed dial or nothing, but I am friends with him.
Mm-hmm. All right, Lisa Seeley throwing a little love Bob Heil's way as well. So it's good to have all the comments. Bring them if you want to. Bring them here on the digital network. We will take comments. We will throw the shout-outs. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
You might as well be enjoying it from the best seats in the house, like those around center court and the 2 of us. He is Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. Throughout the middle of the day here, we're going to run some finals. We just had our juniors final. Sebastian Barger at age 17 threw an and 2.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that is, look it up.
Absolutely.
You won't find it because it doesn't exist, and he did it. 21-5 over Sammy Van Sickle right now. T-Bone trying to hold on to and protect that king seat, and that's not how you do it right there.
I'll tell you right now, Bob, big push right here could be huge.
Get that push.
He's okay with that.
He'll be all right.
He's okay with that.
Took down T-Bone in the first game, 21-8, looking to double dip to take that Seniors Championship and fulfill your prophecy.
Here's a 5 spot if he goes in.
Man.
There it is.
And he does.
20-13.
Hits, has a quick conversation with the bag to the right, and then dives into the pool.
Yeah.
It's crazy. All right, so we're looking at 20 on 13 right now, that hot spot number 20. And he takes that first bag and see if he can go ahead and finish the double dip and take this Seniors Championship. And we saw I think he posted a photo on his social media of all the trophies hanging around his fireplace. And I said, dude, that was a great shot of all those trophies hanging up there. And he said, yeah, my wife was mad at me because she said the room wasn't clean enough. I'm like, I'm pretty sure nobody was running the white glove test on that photo. I think they're just fine. No, Bob knows. Bob knows.
And this is what Terry's got to do to get back in. He didn't get the push he wanted, though.
Yeah, he should be able to get it hard unless this blocker comes up.
This coming block. And there's slick side right down the middle. 2 bags for T-Bone.
There it is, and he got it. Nicely done. Good call. Good call.
Bob can minimize it because he did move Bob. And he lifted out.
He should have been able to pull that one on the left with him. And how about that? Nicely done.
That's how you do it. He had that bag on the right. He played it off of. No chance to take Bob's bag sitting on the left. Mm-hmm. That was a beautiful shot by T-Bone.
Gonna go ahead and pick up the 4 spot.
Yeah. Man, this has turned into a good match here.
Takes that first bag back as well. And this is what's interesting. Is each time he's done this and taken that first bag back, the first bag a lot of times didn't do what he wanted.
Not
it to.
That time, though.
Ended off in the backyard, as our boy Jay Boogie likes to say.
Hey, Boogie, the Boogie's little segment is funny now.
We run a little thing we like to call the Boogie. Originally, it was going to be called the Boogie Buzz Cut because he is our pro barber on staff, but the Boogie Buzz is what it's come to be known on the Taco Tuesdays. As you might imagine, the TACO on our Facebook page, Tuesdays, 7 o'clock Eastern. We'd love to have you join me and the Cornhole dude. We have a little time to fill where you get to put in, oh boy, he missed an opportunity there. Dropped a couple, but
I think those are two. I think those are two of Bob's bags
both
on the back. He can step out.
Both Bob's.
And he's gonna go take a look at it, or drink a beer, or do something.
Little energy drink there, and then head down there. But a little time to fill is your segment on the Taco, where you have your prognostication as to who you think are going to be the winners of these tournaments. You've had pretty good success, I think, identifying winners. But I invite you to join us again, American Cornhole on Facebook, American Cornhole Organization, Tuesday, 7 o'clock Eastern. We spend about an hour just back and forth, bringing you up to speed on the world of cornhole and answering any questions, telling you what's coming up. Our buddy the Bulldog, hopefully he's watching. Mike Schaefer, we've got an event working with him at the end of the month. Oh, boy. Not only does he not push anything through there.
That might be the
game.
Do
it? That's going to do it.
How
those
about
were both
one
his bags
shot,
up there.
either win or lose?
Well, I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you
T-Bone with the win.
21-17.
21-17.
All right, so now they're
21-20.
Oh, is it 21? Oh, did he take the – oh, okay.
Yeah, Bob could have stepped out, pushed that bag in, and won. He only needed one. And
21-20. Yeah, I was looking the wrong direction on that one, on that scoreboard.
Man.
So he did do it.
He did do it.
How about that? So that's going to do it, 21-20. That's all we needed was win the one, 21-20 after the opportunity to be double-dipped by Bob Heil. So how about that? That's going to be big stuff. The photo is going to be taken here by Frank Gears, the Cornhole dude. He's going to have number 1 stand to the left, number 2 stand to the right. Those lucky bags in hand, that lucky jersey. And the 1 and the 2 he's going to make Bob give the peace sign, even though that's not a peaceful moment for Bob Heil right there. So T-Bone, your number 2 pick ends up taking number 1. Your number 1 pick ends up taking number 2. And then we will be setting up and letting the women get warmed up here, a little down and back. We'll take a quick break. Next time we come back to center court, he is the Mississippi Ninja, Philip Barnett. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. Invite you to join us back here on center court at Cedar Rapids in just a moment.
Just a couple of minutes.
ACO, we are Cornhole.